Hello, friends of Lance. Friday, July 10th, the eve of one of the World Cup quarterfinals. Norway and England will face each other tomorrow here at the Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. It was supposed to be Brazil, but Brazil didn't do its part. Last Sunday, they lost 2-1 to Norway. So the Norwegians, for the first time, are reaching a quarterfinal match. They're going to play a historic game tomorrow. If Norway manages to get past England, it will definitely be a huge celebration. The Norwegians, who didn't expect a victory over Brazil. Both the Norwegian people and the Norwegian players themselves had a very humble attitude, and they considered Brazil to be the favorite. But football, of course, is decided on the field. Norway deserved their victory on Sunday, and now they're here to face England, who have also been doing well in this World Cup. They overcame Mexico with one player down for almost the entire second half, so that's why this is going to be a tough match. Spoken ahead of Saturday's match, the game is unpredictable. There isn't a clear favorite. England has a slight edge because of their football history, but Brazil also had much more history than Norway, and even so, they were left behind. England also has a more robust and more qualified squad than Norway. Of course, there's a big personal rivalry between Erling Haaland, as the Norwegians say, and Harry Kane. Yeah, two players who have been the offensive highlights for both teams, especially Haaland. He's the real difference maker, technically, the guy who's been making the difference for Norway. So, a personal duel between these two. But just now, in a press conference held here at the stadium, the coach of Norway, Stalin Sobakin, was very clear. He said that he recognizes there is a personal duel between the two strikers, but it's a match between Norway and England. And what does he expect from this match? Well, he expects it to be a different game from the one Norway played against Brazil. Brazil gave possession of the ball to the Norwegians, hoping to punish their mistakes on the counter-attack, which ended up not happening. Brazil even had a chance to put the game away with this tactic, but they couldn't because they lost. Everybody knows that. They missed a penalty in the first half and a clear-cut chance at the start of the second. Football punishes you. Brazil ended up eliminated, but Norway doesn't expect this style of play to be repeated against the English. Why? Mainly because of the heat. We've talked a lot about the heat in the United States during this World Cup. Today is a bit cloudy here, but it's very hot. During the press conference, which took place at 2 p.m. local time, here that's 3 p.m. Brasilia time, the actual temperature was 32 degrees, but it felt like 39 degrees, very hot. And the coach of Norway believes that this heat, which is expected to continue tomorrow, will have a big impact on the game. That's why he thinks there will be different phases within the game. And what does he mean by that? At some point in the match, Norway will have more possession of the ball, and at another point, England will have more possession. Chasing the ball nonstop is very tiring, especially in the heat, even more so, in fact. Being able to do it is one thing, but maintaining that dominance is quite difficult in these weather conditions. Just to add another point, Norway, of course, is in Scandinavia, close to the Arctic Circle, so most of the year it's cold, and they're not used to all this heat here in the United States. Well, whoever wins the game here in Miami tomorrow will face the winner of Switzerland and Argentina, who are also playing this Saturday. And in the other semifinal, just a little while ago, Spain beat Belgium 2-1. My goalkeeper made a mistake at the end of the second half. Courtois was substituted and ended up being a decisive factor in the match, which was very evenly matched. Spain will face France, who yesterday beat Morocco in the other quarterfinal. The semifinal is next week, and whoever wins, of course, will go to the final next Sunday, July 19th at Match Live Stadium. You know, Brazil is out of the World Cup, but Lance will keep going until the end, and you know the World Cup is here on Lance.